Nothing says Thanksgiving or the holidays like luscious mashed potatoes with a savory gravy sauce. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do just that with a 100% carnivore-friendly mashed potatoes and gravy recipe that will have all of your neighbors asking you how you made it. I want to give a shout out to Chris Cooking Nashville and his mom for this fantastic recipe. I don't even have to say that it is not mashed potatoes. It literally tastes like mashed potatoes to me. I'll also be showing you how to prepare my version of a holiday turkey faster than you can say Thanksgiving. So without further ado, let's get cooking.
So here's the ingredients overview of all of the ingredients we will need for our mashed potatoes. And this is Chris Cooking Nashville's 2.0 version, which actually means we will need less ingredients than his original version. So it's a little bit easier to make. We will need 1 full stick of butter. 1 full stick of butter also equals half a cup or 8 full tablespoons of butter. Next, we're going to need some fresh mozzarella. We will need 4 ounces of fresh mozzarella, so I'll just be using a quarter of this package. And then we will need 32 ounces of egg whites. Note, it has to be the egg whites only, not the whole egg. And if you don't have a perfectly measured out carton of 32 ounces like I'm showing right here, you can measure out 32 ounces yourself, and it's going to need 25 to 30 egg whites. Next, we'll need some heavy cream. This is a full pint. We will need about 1/4 of a cup to blend the mashed potatoes at the end, and the rest of the pint I'll be using in our gravy sauce. And here's the secret ingredient that brings everything together: beef gelatin. You can actually find this at any grocery store. It's under the brand Knox Gelatine. I'll put a screenshot on the screen right now, or you can order it on Amazon or any health food website. Gelatin is actually such a beauty food. It's great for skin, hair, and nails because it's made out of pure animal bones and collagen. And the finishing touch ingredients, just 1 to 2 teaspoons of Parmesan cheese, and we need grated Parmesan cheese, which I did by hand. And here's the spices and seasonings that we can use. White pepper and garlic are absolutely optional. You don't have to use them if you're sensitive. With the salt, we'll need 1/2 teaspoon, and I just measured out the amount of gelatin we will be needing for this recipe, which is 1.5 tablespoons total. Now, if you want to make a holiday meal and you don't want to make a full entire turkey, these Cornish hens are such a hack because each little Cornish hen is perfect for 1 person. I got these at my local grocery store, so they're very easy to find, and I got them for $7.99 per pound. I'll teach you how to cook it in an air fryer to perfection. And here's the ingredients we will need for our gravy sauce: bone broth, heavy cream, butter. If you cannot tolerate butter, all you will need is just some beef, and I'll show you how to make it later in this video. First step for our mashed potatoes is to toast our gelatin powder. We're going to get our pan to a nice medium heat and preheat that pan a little bit. And then we're going to measure out 1.5 tablespoons of the gelatin. Sprinkle it over the pan and stir constantly until the powder becomes a toasted golden brown color. After a couple minutes of toasting, here's what my gelatin looks like. Now we're going to add our full stick of butter to the pan and melt that with the gelatin powder. We're going to keep the heat on a medium heat and slowly combine the butter and gelatin together by continuing to mix. And here I can tell that the color of my butter with my toasted gelatin is a little bit deeper and darker than Chris's color, which is going to be fine at the end because we're going to whiten the color up with our heavy cream and the cheese and the egg whites. But if you really want that pure white color, I would make sure not to over toast the gelatin, which could get the pan very hot and therefore brown the butter. Once the butter is completely melted, we will now add our egg whites, salt, and optional seasonings. Slowly pour in the egg white liquid, and yes, we're going to pour in all 32 ounces of the egg white liquid. It's best if you can stir and mix while you slowly pour in the egg whites. Go ahead and add in the salt, the white pepper, and the garlic powder if you're using the seasonings into this mixture now as well. And here we're just going to mix, stir, cook, mix, stir, cook until this mixture becomes a cooked and solid dry egg texture. One major hack that Chris did include is to use a beef masher or some type of meat masher. This is a ground beef patty flattener. I don't know what this tool is called, but this really came in handy to break down the egg texture so that it dries up quicker and cooks faster. I think the most important part of this this recipe is to make sure that the egg whites are cooked until it is as dried up as it can possibly be. So we don't want any residual butter fat or any liquid wetness in the egg whites, which means it will probably take about 25 to 35 minutes of cooking on medium heat consistently and mixing throughout. So this is as dry as my egg white would get, and it did end up smelling like buttered popcorn, which Chris did note. Once it smells similar to buttered popcorn and no longer smelling like eggs, that should be a perfect timing to put it into our blender. Now, before we blend up the egg mixture, we're going to add in the remaining ingredients. So here I'm just adding in the 4 ounces of fresh mozzarella cheese and also the grated Parmesan cheese. And finally, we're going to add in a little bit of the heavy cream. I wouldn't add all 1/4 cup of the heavy cream all at once. I did it just gradually until the mixture started blending and liquefying a bit. Steak and Butter Guy and I got really into this part because we really didn't want to make the mistake of making the mashed potatoes way too liquidy by adding too much cream or too much water. So we just did it in increments until the mashed potatoes really started to blend. It definitely helped to have a spatula or something to push down the mixture as the Vitamix blended. So here's the final product of what I got with my mashed potato mixture. I added heavy cream only, did not need to opt for adding water. 2 tablespoons of heavy cream at a time until it became a nice, smooth, thick mashed potato consistency. I think it's safe to say that Simba approves of these mashed potatoes. Now let's complete our feast by making our gravy and perfect crispy air-fried Cornish hen. To cook my Cornish hens today, I will be using my tasty air fryer, and I specifically wanted to use this air fryer because it comes with a pluggable meat thermometer. The meat thermometer will track in real time what the meat is cooking up to, plug it into the probe hole on the side. I'm going to take my thawed Cornish hen, which I've dried down as well, stick the meat thermometer into the breast area or whatever is the juiciest, meatiest part, stick it into that area, and we're going to cook our meat. The settings that I used for the Cornish hen was by clicking the chicken and then the breast and then just hitting play. So here I basically just tracked the temperature of the meat by looking at the number on the top of the air fryer. Once it reached 165 degrees Fahrenheit, that's how I knew that the chicken was fully cooked through at the optimal temperature. 165 degrees for a Cornish hen and chicken as well is the perfect temperature to make sure that the meat is juicy and tender but not undercooked. Only took 20 minutes in my air fryer, cooked at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. No, I didn't even flip it, but you will see that it didn't even need to be flipped in the Bella's Cafe taste test at the end of this video. It was literally the juiciest, most tender chicken I have ever cooked, and I just used an air fryer.
So the convenience of using this air fryer to cook anything that I want, and the fact that I can throw it in, leave it alone, and not have to think about it until it's ready to eat, for me personally is the ideal situation when it comes to carnivore cooking. This air fryer is FDA certified PFOA and PFOS free. Anything greasy and smoky, the moment I finish cooking my meal, I will drain out the fat, save it in my mason jar, and then I'm just going to put this in my dishwasher to wash and get squeaky clean for my next meal. This actually prevents it from having smoke, grease, and those crazy strong meat smells. If you wash it every single time, you're going to have barely any smoke or smells. Tasty is currently offering my audience, you guys, a fantastic Black Friday deal. So all of you carnivores can make everyday cooking easier and more fun. So right now you can get a Tasty air fryer for $35 off with an additional 1-year extended warranty free of charge. A beautiful set of knives and forks and a free online recipe collection. You can get this Tasty air fryer with all of these little presents by going to the link on the screen. I'll make sure to link them down below in the description box as well.
Let me show you how to make the most minimal, easiest gravy sauce. The reason I'm using using some pieces of beef is because we need the drippings and burnt pieces of cooking beef to really thicken up and flavor this gravy. So we're going to first heat our pan or whatever saucepan you want to use for the gravy. And since I'm using stainless steel, I just did the water test to see if the water beadlets danced around the pan. We're going to throw in whatever beef we have. I just cut up a New York strip steak that I had, and we're going to really cook it hard. I got the pan to be very smoking hot, as you can see, so that I can really extract the flavor, the drippings, and the burnt pieces out. If you don't have beef and you have bacon on hand, that actually could make an even better gravy with the flavor and drippings you get out of bacon. So it doesn't have to be beef, it can be any fatty meat. So as you can see, I'm really cooking the heck out of this meat to really extract the drippings, the flavor, those burnt pieces that we really need for our gravy. This is really going to give that dark color, the thickening as well. And I'm basically just cooked it at the highest temperature possible in my kitchen for a good 10 minutes. After the meat is cooked, you can take out the meat, set it aside, and keep the drippings in your pan. Now we're going to add in our bone broth to these drippings and continue cooking it. I eyeballed the amount of liquid, bone broth, and heavy cream, but just add 3/4 cup of bone broth to 1 cup of heavy cream for the gravy. Now the trick to getting a nice thick gravy texture is to cook low and slow. So throughout this recipe, I just cooked at a medium-low heat and I constantly stirred until it became a puree texture.
Hello and welcome to Bella's Holiday Cafe today. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling festive. What we got on the menu today?
I noticed you're wearing some Jimmy Neutron glasses today. Are those new glasses you got today?
We should ask people if what they think of these glasses. I like them. My wife apparently is not a fan.
Today we have a preset Thanksgiving special menu. Would you like to order that, or would you like to order a la carte today?
Are you on the menu?
No.
I would like to order a la bella. So whatever you want to bring. I'm starving.
So on the a la bella, we have Cornish hen.
Cornish hen?
Yes, instead of turkey, because who has time for turkey?
Not me.
Cornish hen, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
No
Now
way.
this is a showstopper.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay. Coming right up. Do you want sticks of butter?
No.
Side of butter?
Please.
Pat of butter?
I'll see you next time.
Wait, what? We have
Oh my God.
our mashed potatoes with gravy already served for you. I'm just going to throw in our whole mashed potato dish for you. Look at that.
Oh
Look at that, guys. Like, I can't believe it. Have our gravy. Look at that, thick. And we have our Cornish hen. Doesn't it look like a mini baby turkey?
It does look like a mini baby turkey.
What shall we try first?
Let's try the mashed potatoes.
This is such a perfect dish to bring. Shout out to Chris at Chris Cooking Nashville. I came across this video on his YouTube channel. Healthy version mashed potatoes, looks great to me still. What do you think of the consistency?
I think it looks fantastic.
Is it believable?
I taste a little bit on my finger. It tastes like potato.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it looks like mashed potato.
Well, may I have the honor to feed you?
You may.
And serve you.
And may I have the honor of marrying you? Oh, wait.
I cannot believe that it's not real mashed potatoes. Just like I can't believe it's not real butter. But it's really not mashed potatoes because it's literally mashed egg, gelatin, butter, salt, spices. Yeah. This is artwork. Bravo, Chris. Ready for the gravy? Oh my
Baby.
Look at that, guys. That drip. Let's give him a hearty Thanksgiving bite.
Holy cow.
Really? It's actually good?
How'd you get the potato flavor? Because it tastes, the flavor is, I mean, the texture is exactly like mashed potatoes.
Really?
The texture is indistinguishable from the real thing. Although, I'm wondering, the flavor also kind of tastes like potatoes, so how'd you do that?
The trick is, and I'm gonna, again, just shout out Chris, his secret ingredient is toasted gelatin powder. I'm gonna try it now without the gravy. So here's the actual $1 million taste test, because I actually have not eaten a single mashed potato dish in 6 years. Oh wow, he's drinking the gravy. The only gravy you can drink like a soup and not feel like a balloon tomorrow. I'm gonna try it. Oh my gosh. What I'm most impressed with is the airy, fluffy, like just mashed potato consistency of like this dry whip. You have to cook the egg whites to the point where it is so dry. It's no longer wet. It smells like buttered popcorn. I took that seriously. So I actually ended up cooking the egg whites and stirring and mixing and cook for a good 30 minutes. Okay, so I was just standing there for 30 minutes because I wanted to get this recipe perfect, and I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's pretty bomb.
To make the best mashed potatoes, you want the flavor to be as neutral as possible.
True.
Right?
True.
And the gravy takes the bank for flavor.
True.
Yeah.
The gravy is amazing. I mean,
So the biggest,
I'm gonna
drink it like a soup. The biggest hurdle with these carnivore mashed potatoes is to prevent it from tasting like eggs. So I took that to heart. I don't want egg mashed potatoes. I want mashed potatoes. So really make sure you guys cook those eggs until it's truly, truly buttered popcorn and dry, like Chris advised.
now I want to try this chicken.
Yeah.
I can't believe like the crust you can get on this thing.
I know.
When we had the old Cuisinart air fryer, would it be able to do this?
Okay, here's the thing with the old Cuisinart air fryer that I did not like. Very difficult to clean. Okay. So the longer you let it dirty up, oil up, and rust up, the less effective the air fryer gets.
Let's try this chicken.
Those are the wings. We want the drumsticks.
You want the drummies?
Drummies.
I don't think you guys are ready for the drummies.
Get the drummy in the shot.
Ooh.
I'm actually so impressed. The dog is literally staring at us.
Now that, baby, is what I call
Okay.
a glistening chicken. Give it a kiss. Oh,
Dip
yeah.
it in the gravy. Oh,
Give me that
that's the
gravy.
money shot right there. Oh yeah. I can tell that's some juicy chicken. Sorry, juicy Cornish hen.
USA.
So,
USA.
Baby, you have gravy dripping out of your lip.
I actually prefer this to turkey.
It's way better than
The thing
turkey.
I don't like about turkey,
Dry.
so freaking dry.
Making a turkey takes, I want to say, 2 years to make a turkey, okay? Making a Cornish hen, pop it in the air fryer, 20 minutes, you're done. I think this might actually be his go-to high-protein muscle-building meal.
That was absolutely delicious.
Yay.
Thank you so much for bringing me an early Thanksgiving.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you all so much for watching the video. As always, if you try any of my recipe videos from Bella's Cafe, please do tag me on all socials, and I would be more than happy to repost your recipes. If you're new to a carnivore lifestyle and you are feeling lonely through your journey of navigating healing, weight loss, strength, anything, whatever your goals are, and you are looking for some extra support, maybe my help or just somebody to talk to so that it doesn't feel so difficult and lonely, then I invite you all to join my carnivore community, the Steak and Butter Gang. It is truly the best place to be if you want to thrive on a carnivore diet and you want all the best support while you're doing it. It truly is a one-stop shop for all things knowledge, question and answer, troubleshooting, coaching, and of course, connection and friendship. We are open every single day of the year, especially during the holidays. So if you need that extra boost of support and motivation, come to the Steak and Butter Gang anytime by going to sbgmeetup.com or checking out the links down below in the description box. Finally, before I wrap up, I wanted to shout out something I've been incorporating every single night to boost my body's recovery and recomposition results, and that is infrared light therapy. This is the product that I use nightly. It is an infrared sauna blanket made by BonCharge, and they also have other incredible biohacking products on their website. I personally use this whenever I want to reduce any soreness now that I'm working out and lifting weights. It's just a very nice way to de-stress, rest, recover, and reduce any muscle soreness. Another product from BonCharge that I think is a great holiday gift is blue blockers. It really helps your eyes be able to just relax when you have to work late at night. These would make such a fantastic holiday gift, and BonCharge is also having a Black Friday sale, which you all can take advantage of. Plus, you can get an extra discount with my discount code SBGAL. I'll make sure to link them down below in the description box. I'll see you in my next video. SBG out.